And the delayed race 3 of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Club we're watching now. Canford Sch against Latymer. Delayed because the spoon fell off of a Canford blade and they were unable to continue on the way up to the start. They've sorted that out now, and now that we're seeing this race delayed from 9 o'clock this morning, and it's Canford that get the better start at the moment. Canford leading Latymer Upper School in this heat of the Princess Challenge Cup.
Latymer Upper from London, of course. They row on the same stretch of the tideway as many of the London clubs, but it is Canford, it is Latymer who have taken an early lead, looking very neat and composed, but this is a very tough event, the Princess Elizabeth, for School 8s.
Yeah, I'm absolutely excited about this event this year. It's always a high standard, but I think this year maybe even more than usual. And we've got Latymer Upper at the moment. We can see there Thomas Phelps, his father is an umpire here at the Regatta and a steward, and he's going to be captain of Latymer Upper next year, and he'll be driving on, proud of his rowing history. He's following stroke man Orlando Nixon and driven on by Cox Rosie Margolis. And you know, they won't have enjoyed the wait, and you know, his father's been umpiring all day, and I bet he hasn't enjoyed the wait either.
I shouldn't think he has. It's tense and it's really difficult if your race gets postponed for any reason and you have to sit there in the boat tent, and it is hot in those boat tents, waiting to do it at the end of the morning's racing. Really hard, really tense for you. Interesting style there from the two-man in the Latymer crew, Ryan Parkinson. Interesting style. He's really leaning out into his rigger, and you can see him kind of hanging, but it's not slowing them down at all. The Latymer crew are really moving away from Canford now.
Yeah, and we're looking at Canford here. They're coached by Ian Dryden. He's fantastic pedigree, used to coach at Cambridge for years, and he will always have a really smooth crew. But you're right, it's Phil McGee's Latymer Upper School who is leading at the moment, and that two-man, he really is leading away. But you know, sometimes it's better to let the body do what it does naturally, especially at this schoolboy age, so it can develop and get strong. But you know, if I were his coach, I would be maybe suggesting he did some core stability just to get that little bit stronger so he can hold his body more aligned.
I think he just wants to get his face on TV.
Well, he's achieved that. There he was, Ryan Parkinson. We saw him because he leant so far out of the boat. But it is this Latymer Upper School, Rupert Caston, Ryan Parkinson, Tom Yates, Arthur Rogers, Ben Freeman, Oscar Holmes, Thomas Phelps, Orlando Nixon and Rosie Margolis, who are leading Canford Sch in this heat of the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Club. And Canford Sch, can you imagine, going up to the start, these gentlemen will have trained and dreamed of this, and suddenly you look along and your blade's not there, you've got no spoon. Thankfully for them, it happened up to the start, and the rule here at Henley allows that race to be delayed, and this is why we're watching it now.
They were very lucky that it did happen on the way to the start rather than in the race, and it's quite an unusual thing to happen, isn't it, Sarah? I've certainly never done it.
Absolutely, and it's the second boat we've seen happen. One of the races we watched earlier, the stroke man in an 8, his blade had fallen off as well. So I do wonder whether it's the glue in this heat. Something is going on. So if you're racing here at Henley Regatta, check your blades, because Latymer Upper School, Canford Sch were delayed for a problem. Another crew is coming that way, but right now, here they come. Latymer Upper leading Canford.
Latymer are making them pay for that weight now, aren't they? They've got a length to 2 lengths lead over Canford. And even though they're neither crew are the most well-drilled crews that you've ever seen, there's a lot of power going down in that Latymer crew as they come towards the finish.
Yeah, and it's Latymer Upper School there, completing this heat, the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Club, beating Canford Sch, the delayed race number 3, and it's Latymer Upper who'll be progressing through. And there they are, cheering it on, delighted that they have got through that fantastic morning's racing.